Hi everyone, welcome to your Watch Me First for the Perspective Portfolio assignment. This assignment is for 200 points, and so let us look what is there in this assignment. In this assignment, you have an issue and you have already done the Perspective Portfolio proposal in which you had chosen 3 sources. One of them must have been a research article and other 2 news report, TED Talk, narrative, blog, newspaper article or another article. So you're going to use the same issue that you had in your Perspective Portfolio proposal to now actually write the paper for those 3. So let us first look at the overview. So the overview is your first one, which gives you the requirements and the overview. The second one that you have here is the template for it. The third one that you have here is the rubric, and then you have is the drop box for it. So you have your overview and requirements, the template, and the rubric. I have downloaded these 3 so that we can see them. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the overview first. So I changed the screen to make it bigger, and here is the downloaded paper. So as you can see, this is a portfolio. Just what is the purpose or objective for us doing it is you're really looking at an issue and analyzing it through real world media, narratives, case studies, articles, and all of those things. This gives you the assignment overview, which you have already done. You have already chosen a topic case study. You have already selected 3 sources. So what you are doing now is you are writing the paper. You're going to have a cover page. You're going to have an introduction. And then you're going to analyze each of your 3 sources. Each of your 3 sources for the issue that you chose. You'll have a conclusion and a reference page with your APA. You already have APA feedback on it, so use that. So here is the detailed instructions. Introduction. Talk about your chosen topic and why is it relevant. Remember, in the proposal you gave a brief explanation, so that part could easily come over here and then you add on to it. Then you will have talk about each of the 3 resources separately, and at least one page per, at least one per page. Okay, so you're identifying the source and the central message. What do you think the author produced? What were the intended audience, key themes? What connections have you made with the source material, specific readings and everything else in the class? And then your personal reflection. Were there any assumptions that were challenged? Would it have you think about something more deeply? So you're going to do this for all 3 of them separately. You'll have one source 1 analysis, source 2 analysis, source 3 analysis. And then you're going to have a conclusion, which should at least be another page, is what is your overall perspective of the topic? What have you learned from all the discussions? What is an important insight you've gained? How has it changed, if it has changed any of your viewpoints and influenced your future thinking for your career? So this is what the template, this is what the overview is. What I also did was created a template. So here's the template and it tells you the beginning part of it. And I'll make it a little bit. So the third perspective is from the research, right? So here's your introduction. Here's the body of the paper. You have a source 1 and the analysis, and then here are the questions. You do not have to answer the question. This is a paragraph form paper, but I have already given you what the goal is and what. So here's the application reflection. Then here's the source 2 analysis. And then here is the source 3 analysis. And here is the conclusion. And here is the references. So once again, this is not answering the bullet points. This is for you to be able to analyze and critically think about the sources in relation to your topic. And the same perspective, I also have the rubric. Let me open up the rubric. Here is the rubric of the paper, and as you can see, the rubric is through an inquiry and analysis, critical thinking, written communication. So everything, the whole paper is going to be looked at holistically. So once again, you have your issue. You had already got the 3 sources that you were using to analyze that issue, that topic that you chose. Now you have an introduction about that issue. You are going to use each of those sources and you're going to analyze them and have a personal reflection for each one of them. And then you will have an overall conclusion. You are not answering the bullets. It's a paragraph form, full paper, essay type paper that you are writing. Okay, so if you have any confusions or if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. All of this is uploaded in your D2L and I am available for you guys as you work through this assignment. Best of luck.